Hey Nintendo fans and collectors! This is Lithium017 bringing you my collecting tip number 12 of 101 collecting tips. This one is called Stay Away from Doubles. There are some cases, I'm going to talk about 3 cases, that it's probably a good idea to maybe get doubles, but majority of the time it's just a bad idea. When I do my eBay searches every day, sometimes a really rare item comes up, but I have it already. And it's very difficult not to get invested or not to try and win the auction just because I already have it. I have to pay for shipping to get the other item all the way to me. It doesn't really make sense. And in the long run, it'll eventually probably turn into hoarding. So even when you see a really rare item, unless it's a phenomenal price, I would suggest stay away from it if you already have it. The likelihood that a Nintendo product will break isn't really often that high. Obviously, Super Nintendo games, the batteries run out. Same with sometimes on the NES that they have batteries. But the majority of the consoles and controllers work really well. Normally, in the past, I got 2 of the Millennium controllers, 2 of the Nintendo Power 100 controllers, and 2 of the DK64 controllers because I thought they were really cool. But then I felt bad a little bit because I had 2 and other people didn't have any and they were looking for them. It really, when you have more than one of the item, it's kind of hoarding. So, I'm going to talk about 3 cases where it's probably a good idea to collect doubles. The first scenario, and I just did this, I'm going to pick up my camera and just talk about this a little bit, is to increase the condition of items. So this is my original Nintendo Power 100 controller, and there's some weird stains on the controller a little bit. The paint isn't the best on the middle handle, and there's some little dents and scratch marks on it. So the condition wasn't the best. And there's a weird thing on the bottom middle handle down there too, and some scuff marks on this handle. So the condition was not the best, and I decided if I can ever find one for a relatively good price, especially a price that I know I can probably sell this one for. But this one that I got is in better condition. So the price I paid for this one is probably what I'm going to try and sell that one for, so in the end I'll be even. So that's the number 1 thing I would suggest to get doubles, but I'm not going to hold on to the doubles for a very long time. I'm going to sell this one, keep this one. Case number 2, and I'll put the camera back down to this, for this. I'm using the example of Wave Race Blue Storm for the GameCube, and I think I might have used this example before, but it's a really good one. To get the game opened, and then to get the game sealed. So those are my doubles. I normally don't collect sealed games because I want to play them. But a great suggestion is if EB Games or GameStop or any of those stores or Walmart has a really good sale on, let's say, Wii games, or if you can find them GameCube games, or whatever you collect, to buy 2 of the sealed copy if they're on a really good deal, 1 to keep sealed and 1 to open. A lot of collectors do this, and it's a really good idea, but this is more of an investment that you're making for a decade from now to sell this. And majority of the time, Nintendo-made games do go up in value when they're sealed. So that's number 2, to collect a sealed item. And then the third example, I'm going to use Phantom Hourglass for the Nintendo DS as an example. So I have 2 copies of those. And this is my original copy I got. I was out at a store and I was already there, so it didn't cost me gas or anything extra like that. Normally the store deals with CDs and music, but they did have some games. So I found Phantom Hourglass for $10. So here I'm buying the double basically to resell. And the reason why I'm doing that is just because I was already there, it's not costing me very much money, and if I ever want to have some items for trades, I could use this in a trade. Same with the Nintendo Power 100, possibly the sealed copy of Wave Race if I want to get rid of that. So the 3 reasons to get doubles of items I would suggest: 1, to increase condition, 2, for a sealed item, or 3, to keep for trades. But you don't want to keep too many items or else a lot of the value of your entire collection is caught up in doubles. So that's probably not the best idea. That is my collecting tip number 12. Everyone have a great day, and I will bring you another tip in about a week or so.